Hi you guys, please don't mind my t-shirt and my crazy hair today. I know it looks kind of weird with just kind of being dressed down and comfy and full glam face, but that's because today I'm actually trying on a foundation for you. Now this is a very new foundation. It came out probably 2 to 3 weeks ago tops, and I have tried it several times. The last time I did a foundation review, I did a first impressions and wear it through the day. And for this foundation, I wanted to do more of I've worn it a few times and now I'm showing you what I think of it. So that today is the Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation. It says Fresh Face Liquid Foundation on the Go. Now I got mine in shade 20 Classic Ivory. So this is very much a standard cushion foundation. You have a mirror, you get a little applicator pad, which most people don't like, but I actually really like this applicator pad. I think it's really nice and it's fast and convenient, and that just sits in there. And then this is airtight. You can hear it pop a little bit when it opens, and in here you have the foundation. So this color does not match me very well. The reason I got this specific color was because I own the Dream Velvet in shade 20 Classic Ivory. I want to swatch these for you guys because I thought they would be identical colors, right? Same line or same brand, same line, the Dream line. You would think same color, right? Or you would at least think same undertone. So here is the Dream Velvet. It's a giant swatch because a bunch of it squirted out and made a great big mess. So I'm kind of trying to clean that up here. Blech. There we go. Okay, and here's the Dream Cushion. Now, looking at the Dream Velvet, you think, okay, that's got a neutral, slightly pinkish undertone, right? It's a little bit dark for my skin color right now, but it's the right undertone. Dream Cushion, I'm just getting some on my finger. Look at that. There's the Dream Cushion. It's a completely different undertone. This one has you can see it better now that they're next to each other, but this one has a pinky neutral undertone and this one has more of a yellow undertone. They're totally different shades. They're not even in the same spectrum of being close to each other. So, well, I can really sheer out the Dream Velvet. Let me sheer it out a little bit. There we go. So I can really sheer out this Dream Velvet to make it match my skin really well. The Dream Cushion's really, really yellow on me. So it might look a little bit better during summer, but I do think I'm going to pick up number 15, which is one shade down, and see if it's less yellow. So that's on my list of things I want to pick up. So traditionally, cushion foundations started in Korea, and they were known for really, really light coverage. Now, this one is meant to be more of a, doesn't say on the back, but it's really meant to be more of a light to a medium coverage. It's definitely not a full coverage foundation, but I still really like it. I think for a medium coverage, it does a very nice job. So I'm just going to start applying this with a little spongy. If you don't like the sponge, you can use a brush or a beauty blender, but honestly, I like the sponge. I think it's quick. So all you do to access the foundation is just dab in there, and you get it on the pad, and then I just like to dab and roll this on. Oh, and just so you guys know, I have no moisturizer, no primer, no anything on my face at all. I'm going to do this side of my face first so you guys can see the difference. All right, so it's kind of actually hard to tell the difference on camera with my bright lights, but this side is the side that I did, and it's definitely way more yellow than the undertones in my skin. You can see here, natural skin, and then this is the foundation. It's definitely way more yellow, so I do have to take this foundation down my neck, and I have to bronze and highlight a bit more to make this work. I didn't use it underneath my eyes because I don't use foundation underneath there. But as you can see, it does a really nice job of kind of smoothing everything out, covering the redness, and making everything have a nice finish to it. This has a very natural finish. It doesn't have a matte finish or a glowy finish. However, if you're oily like I am, you will want to put powder on top of this. You'll want to set it. If you're not oily, I don't really think you need to set this because it wears really well. But if you're oily, you will go from glowy to grease bomb really, really fast with this foundation. But you shouldn't have any troubles if you have normal or dry skin. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side of my face. Now, I do want to say that I really, really like this foundation. I think when it's set properly with a good setting powder, if you have oily skin, or if you use a mattifying primer underneath, it wears very, very, very well. I can wear this out all day and not have to touch it up. Sorry about that, guys. My battery died on me. It also doesn't settle into fine lines. I do have fine lines on my forehead. It doesn't settle into them at all, even if I don't set it. Sometimes I do go out if it's cold out and I don't care if I look a little bit oily later in the day, then I won't set it and I'll go out and still it won't get into lines, which is absolutely fantastic. I am going to go ahead and just put on the rest of my makeup while I chat to you guys. I'm just wearing my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light. Now, I'm picky on foundation. I don't like giving good reviews on foundation unless I've worn it a few times or the very first day I wear it, I have like no problems. And I did have issues the first day I wore this, but I think that was more due to not being used to the color difference and my face looking yellow. I wasn't happy about that at all. But after I wore it, probably the second time I started liking it, and the third time I wore it, I was like, okay, I really, really like this foundation. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my forehead and my chin and everything is starting to get a little bit glowy already, so I'm going to go ahead and powder that. Part of that is because I'm underneath my lights in my office, and they are super, super, super bright and really hot. So I do have to put on extra powder, more than I normally would for going out when I film for you guys, just because everything's so warm. So here's how everything looks with my concealer done, just underneath my eyes and powder in the shiny spots. I don't have any bronze, highlight, blush, any of that on yet, but I really, really like how this foundation looks. If you have a ton of redness, yeah, you're going to have to hide that a little bit using concealer or using a color correcting primer because, of course, this isn't a full coverage foundation. But overall, I'm really, really pleased with this. I think Maybelline did a great job on this. I think it's an amazing new addition to their Dream Foundation range. I'm just going to have to try it in a shade that has a slightly pinker undertone, but I will continue using this one. And I'm just impressed. I even like the applicator, which is rare for me because typically any product, I take the applicator and get rid of it right away because the applicators used to be junk in drugstore products, but I really like it. So, all right, so that's everything I can think to tell you guys. I believe this runs, I want to say, if you get this at Ulta, it's about $14, but it's cheaper at Target. I think I saw it at Target for right around $11, $12. And you get 0.51 fluid ounces. So that's half a fluid ounce. So if you guys have any questions about this at all that I can answer for you, please leave them in the comments down below. I love hearing from you guys. And I think I covered everything, but if there's anything I missed, don't hesitate to ask. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also keep up with me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. I'm pretty much everywhere, and all the links for those are down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye!